Hi, I'm Pat LaFemme from Bowsite.com, and I'm here to review the new 2019 Fanatic series of whitetail clothing by Sitka Gear. When I heard that Sitka had improved the Fanatic series again, my first question was, how is that possible? The prior design was fantastic. It was warm, it was functional, and it was quiet. But when I received my Fanatic Jacket and Bibs, it was obvious that Sitka's design team had taken this Fanatic series to a whole new level, starting with silence. 2 years ago, I killed a 187-inch buck in Saskatchewan. It was dead quiet. And if it wasn't for me wearing my Fanatic gear, I would have been busted. The only thing the buck heard was the last 5 inches of my arrow drawing across my rest. By then, it was too late. Sitka understands why designing clothing for silence is so critical. So they took an already quiet design and set out to make it even quieter. I decided to put this claim to the test. While hunting in Iowa this past season, I had a buck feeding under my stand. I deliberately brushed my Sitka Fanatic Jacket, just wanted to know whether the buck could hear it. He never did. I don't think I would have tried this with a 180-inch buck, but for this buck, I figured what the hell. So how did they make it quieter? According to Sitka, they did this by enhancing the Berber fleece, both in the fleece itself and the distribution of the fleece. They measured the quietness and claimed to have cut the audible engagement distance in half. I have no idea what that means, but I can honestly say that this is almost entirely silent. So let's talk about warmth. I just returned from the Midwest where we had a massive, massive cold front. Temps down to -2. But not only was it cold, it was windy. I won't tell you that I was warm because my hands and my feet were freezing, but my core was warm. And that means everything. If your core can stay warm, then you can withstand sitting all day long. So Sitka did this by taking a fresh look at insulation. They realized there are areas of your body that get cold, and there's areas of your body that don't need any insulation at all. So what they did is they remapped or redistributed the insulation. So there's more where you need it and less where you don't. Insulation is just one part of the warmth equation. Stopping wind from penetrating the insulation is also critical. New this year is the addition of Gore-Tex Infinium with Windstopper technology. This is also right and left fit body mapped. Let's talk about the features incorporated into the jacket. Let's start with my favorite feature, and that's the safety harness port. Sitka has updated the design, and now you can put your jacket on or take it off without ever needing to disconnect. This is important to me because I had a serious situation a few years ago where I slipped out of a tree stand and I was hanging by a rope. I never disconnect. Another cool new feature is how they map the textile fabric on the left arm so that way it reduces contact with the bowstring. I should add that this Fanatic Jacket can now be ordered in either right hand or left hand, so for you lefties, the textile will be on your right arm. The biggest downside to the previous Fanatic version was that the fleece would pick up every burr and sticker in your path. Sitka carefully listened to this feedback and incorporated a burr-resistant textile by mapping it to the hem and the seat of the jacket. Some additional design updates are ultra-quiet zippers, including the main diagonal zipper, a low-profile rangefinder pocket with integrated grunt tube holder, and an insulated hand muff pocket with YKK zippers and a hand warmer holder inside. So we've talked about the jacket. What about the bibs? In my opinion, the Fanatic bibs are a critical component of the entire system. So let's look at the improvements there. Like the jacket, the bibs are now 20% warmer and even quieter than the older version. They feature the same mapped insulation where it's most needed and also include the ultra-quiet zippers. They feature low-profile, adjustable, no-buckle suspenders, adjustable waistbands, and now have Gore-Tex incorporated into the lower leg fabric. This particular design upgrade has caught my eye because I would always have the last 12 inches of my bibs would always be wet. The bibs can be zipped 75% up the sides for venting and easy removal, and each leg includes one ultra-quiet zipper that can be zipped from both the top or the bottom. Each leg now has a convenient and open outside pocket that's perfect for a cell phone, along with a large multi-chamber cargo pocket with silent snaps. Like the jacket, the bibs have been body mapped for burr and sticker resistance on both the leg and the gusset, and this is a huge welcome relief for all of us that have to walk through any kind of CRP fields on our way to a Midwest whitetail tree stand. Now that we've covered the latest design features to the Fanatic system, I thought I'd cover the entire system using a typical November whitetail tree stand hunt on a 30-degree day. Let's start with base layers. For a 30-degree day, I'm going to be using core lightweight bottoms. Camo does not make any difference, and a core lightweight hoodie in elevated 2. The hoodie is important since I also used a hood and integrated face mask, which I absolutely love. I then add one insulated layer. If it's windy, I will add a Celsius midi jacket, and if it's calm, I add just a Fanatic vest. The final layer is the Fanatic Bibs and the Fanatic Jacket itself. We're not quite done yet. Let's talk about your extremities, starting at the bottom. For footwear, I start with a lightweight wool synthetic blend sock, followed by a mid-weight boot in the 800 to 1200 gram range. I really like the Alpha Burley Pro by Lacrosse, which also comes in Optivated Elevated 2. Since my hands are going to spend 90% of the day in my Fanatic hand warmer pouch, I typically go light with a simple Fanatic glove. This glove gives me just enough insulation while leaving my thumb and index fingers free to use a cell phone. Topping off my system is either a simple Sitka cap or a beanie. Now for one final point. Ultra quality hunting clothing like Sitka's Fanatic series is not cheap. You are not going to buy the system for $300. This is high performance, cutting edge gear with impeccable quality. This gear should last you dozens of seasons. My previous Fanatic system has been washed 100 times, has been used on countless deer hunts in the harshest terrains, and this is top quality stuff, and in my opinion is the most important gear I own. Without comfort and the ability to move quietly, the rest of my gear is pointless. So there you have it. We've covered clothing from top to bottom. This is the best stuff ever, and I appreciate you watching this review. Hope you have a safe hunting season. Thanks for visiting Bowsite.com. Thanks for watching this review, and as always, have a safe, successful, warm, and comfortable bow hunting season.